Check, 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 check. Looks like he's bouncing around a lot. Does it sound okay? Check, 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 check. I suppose I'm just going to roll with it. And if you guys tell me it doesn't sound good, I'll figure it out from there. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Red Seat Radio live stream. My name is Corbin. A little bit under the water today. Water? No. A little bit under the weather today. So, pardon me if my voice hurts or my voice doesn't sound the same. Dinah with a 99-cent super chat just to get this thing going. I think Dinah just wants to continuously be the number one person in the stream every night. And you know what? I love him for it. Thank you so much, Dinah. Who do we got in the chat tonight? We got Nick, Mr. Money, Mike, Madness, the man, myth, the legend. Christian, what's going on? QB, how are you? My moderator, Robbie, in the building. Steven, hello. Negative IQ, Yeti. Dinah, I already said hello to you. Thanks again, my friend. Joshua, Brent, CW, Bald. Bald's got an absolute setup going on, man. Fenway Joe, what's going on? Dave, how are you? Pick, what's going on, my friend? CW, I think I already said hi. I can't remember, so I'll say hi again. Yeti. E. Who am I missing? Data. King. You bought you a Wally headband? Let's go. We're going to have to put him on tonight. And have some fun. Red Sox fan, what's up, my friend? How are you? Remember last live stream bet? Let's continue that bet for a W. Boys, I'm not feeling good tonight. What's up, Shane? Welcome in, my friend. I'm so happy you're here. I'll do the same bet as last live stream. I'll do it with an athletic one though. You know what I mean? You're the man, Phil. Thanks for being here. Throwing on the Connor Juan jersey. It's gonna be one of those nights, huh? Yesterday drove me absolutely crazy, dude. What a way to lose a game, man. You go up in the the top of the ninth inning, and then the game gets delayed for 90 minutes, and Jordan Hicks just absolutely poops the bed. Ugh, what a game. But you know what? We're starting it anew. I agree the game should have been canceled. They should have done something else. Yeah, a lot of people are blaming Cora for that. It's like, okay, well, Chapman was obviously down and injured. Whitlock was physically throwing up. I don't know. You didn't have anyone else to put in there, you know? Calling the Breggy bomb for 3 days. Is Whitlock hurt or something? Why didn't they go with him instead? Yeah, Whitlock, because I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but I guess on the plane ride to Minnesota, they had like some of the worst turbulence they like anyone can really remember on the red. Like Veritek was like, this might have been the worst I've ever had. And this dude's been on planes like what, an entire 40 years at this point, basically every 3 days. And he was like, yeah, this might have been the worst I had. And I guess it made a lot of people sick. It was Whitlock and Wilson were like down and out. Like they could not play. So, I mean, it was just crappy circumstance. Yesterday. And Hicks, maybe if Hicks had been able to warm up and just go into the game, you know, maybe it would have been a different story. He did well against the Dodgers. I mean, he was saved by, say, Don Rafaela, but you know what? He did well against the Dodgers. So maybe it would have been a different story, but they quite literally didn't have anyone else. Cora said it today. Cora said if they'd gone into extra innings, he would have had to have used a position player. That's like word for word what he said. He said he was going to go to Abraham Toro. So, yeah, I mean, that was the big thing with Hicks coming over, right? It's always been stuff over location, and when his stuff isn't good, his location just. I mean, you saw last night, right? He took himself out of the game immediately. '2021 deadline. A lot of people complained about the 2021 deadline. Actually, it was a hurt Kyle Schwarber. Who else did they get at the deadline that year? Hurt Kyle Schwarber. Because Schwarber didn't play till for the first couple weeks he was there. Who else did they get? They get Robles at the deadline. Dude, that feels like 10 years ago, doesn't it? Yeah. They literally only got Kyle Schwarber and Hansel Robles. That was it. You know what I mean? And people didn't really like that one. But then it turned out really well, so they scoop up first baseman at the deadline. The deadline's been so all over the place. The deadline's been so all over the place. We have people saying the Red Sox are making big moves. There are people saying the Red Sox won't make any moves. There are people saying the Red Sox are going to just get, Charlie Morton and call it a day. Right? Yeah, we've got, yeah. So some reporters are saying the Red Sox are calling the Twins every other day. I mean, Breslow's in Minnesota. So, he's talking to this guy every day. We've got other reports saying now they're shifting their focus more towards like back end pitching options with some relief options in there. I genuinely don't know what these next 48 hours are going to hold. I'm hoping maybe we get something tonight. You know what I mean? Maybe we get something during the live stream. That'd be kind of cool. I want that. You know what? I'm sick and tired of sitting here saying I just don't want to make a move. Right. To some degree, I agree with you. I don't really want I don't know. Right. Who would be a move just to make a move, right? Like a James Paxton last year was a move to make a move, right? But you sit there and you give up a lot for Joe Ryan right now. And people are going to be like, oh, you're going to give up too much. And yeah, you are, but you're also going to win baseball games. And at the end of the day, that's what matters to me. You know what I mean? I'm personally sick and tired of sitting here being like, did the Red Sox win or lose this one? Well, did the Red Sox make the playoffs? You know what I mean? Did the Red Sox make the playoffs? They did? Okay, then they won the trade. You know what I mean? That's just where I'm at. Did I wear headphones last time, chat? I'm trying to remember. I don't want to jinx us already. No, I didn't. I didn't wear headphones last game? Okay. Thank you. Do I think Tole's the solution to the rotation this year? No. He hasn't gotten up. He hasn't gotten up to AA. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, he just got up to AA. He can't be the answer in the rotation. Not yet. You know? Totally superstitious? Yeah. Kyle Harrison, he's been fairly solid his last couple times out, to be honest with you. He looked better. Any expectations from Roman Anthony today? I don't have any, no. Same bad as last live stream. I know someone already said that. I am not feeling good. So I will, but it's not going to be a full beer. Yeah, Christian Campbell does look good recently. We'll see what kind of comes to that. If he can put together a month or two, I'd be interested in it. Who's our number 2 starting pitcher right now? Probably it has to be Bayo. It's the only answer. It's Bayo. And 1, 2, 3 strikeouts. That is this guy's first ever at bat was a 3-pitch strikeout. Ruh-roh raggy. Thanks, pick. Steven Crochet. Gore Bayo. Yeah, that 1, 2, 3 would be nasty. Bullpen is gas. I got to score runs tonight. It's as simple as that. So I got throat cleansing tea. I'm a little worried about it. Can you see the smoke coming out of that? I don't know if you can. Or the steam. Not really smoke. Can you see that? I don't know if you can. I'm straight for this guy mid-start. Would be kind of sick, wouldn't it? Oh, it's so hot. Chad moved Stone from 100 feet today. Him and Whitlock, Cora said before the game, are good to go. So they kind of have a full bullpen. I just you want to avoid you want to avoid losing or using Chapman, I think, today. I think he's kind of worst case scenario, you know what I mean? W at Fenway Saturday, incredible. Incredible. What a great game. I was sitting, I'll tell you the story. So we weren't even really supposed to go to the game. We had friends down from Portland, Maine, and they really wanted to go. And tickets were dumb expensive, but we went to, oh my God, he just struck out Bregman too. Is this guy goated? Johnny, that's literally what I had today. I had green tea in the morning, and this is chamomile. Anyway, so we ended up getting tickets. We just went to Fenway to watch at a bar, and I was like, we'll take the ticket booth. And they got us tickets for pretty decent cheap. So we sat there, and we were surrounded by Dodgers fans. I mean, surrounded. So the entire game, it was just like me and this kid who we're friends with, and that was it. and so we were just fighting for our lives in the stands. So that's also why my voice is a bit hoarse. Yeah, Pig, it was crazy, dude. It was like $500 for bleachers, and we were like, that's ridiculous. And then we went to the ticketing office, and they were like, we got you. Yeah, dude, Dodgers fans. I mean, that was crazy. I was literally surrounded. It wasn't even like, oh, there are a couple here and there. I was quite literally, and I wasn't like behind the Dodgers dugout or anything. I was in grandstands. Money Mike Mann has been here, remember, for only almost 30 months at this point, folks. 30 months. That's absolutely ridiculous. Can we get some claps in the chat for Mike being here? Johan Perales call up. Perales is still injured, so no. Best trade partner. Oh, man. Best trade partner right now, probably Miami, low-key, or Tampa. Most likely to be traded, Hickey, Houck, or Walker Buehler. Hickey of those three. And then best first base catching options. The best first base option, I think, in terms of a bat, would be Yandy Diaz. He's not good defensively, but you would get a really good bat in there. Catching options, I really like Nick Fortes, and then he got traded to Tampa. So I don't know. Got a baby Duran, little double. Please. Or is he going 3? He's going 3. Turn on the Jets. He fumbled it. Go 4. Oh, he stayed at 2. Boo. Vasquez reunion, I could see it. Did I see the joke yesterday? I fell asleep. I fell asleep. Where does that leave Casas? I don't think Casas will be ready to go at the start of next year. Like that'd be a really, really big chance the Red Sox had taken. So I think he'd be pretty okay until like mid-season. Make AL great again. I know, dude. Every other AL team's made moves. It's been sort of a little bit of both, but what are the chances Joe Ryan leaves on the Boston plane after the series? 0. What's up, Assassin? Are they even going to look for a catcher? It sounds like they were at least doing a little bit of due diligence here. They checked in on Dalton Rushing. They did a little bit of conversation with the who was it in that conversation? Does anyone remember from that? What do I think we should get, Yandy or pitching? If I had to choose between the two, I think I go pitching, right? As much as I think Fitz is a good guy, and I do think there is an opportunity for Fitz to be a legitimate back-end starter at some point here, you can't have both Walker Buehler and Richard Fitz, especially back-to-back in your rotation, right? It depletes the bullpen. It sets your offense up to have to score 6-7 runs twice in a row just simply to win a game. So I think you have to go pitching, right? So if you want rushing, what would you give the Dodgers back? It'd probably either be Arias or Clark would be my guess here. Did I say 6-7? Feels like a lot. The problem here's where I'm at. Here's where I'm at with okay, we're giving up a lot in the prospect hall here. I'll be totally honest with you. I'm done, right? I mean, the last year was like, okay. Last year was like, okay, you know, you don't give up any of the big four. There's a couple prospects in there outside the big four that you really need to hold on to, right? And you need to be really smart. This year, like Franklin Arias, yeah, he's a great piece, right? But if you could turn that into a legitimate backup catcher, you know what I mean? Like I take that. You've got shortstops coming up. You've got Dorian Soto, who's tearing it up. Who you've got Mikey Romero, who's been playing pretty well. You've got who am I thinking? Yoel Cespedes, right? Who could potentially figure things out here. And then on the pitching side of things, like Brandon Clark's a top 100 prospect here for pitching, but you also just drafted 16 pitchers. You've got Peyton Tole. That's 3 strikeouts in the first inning for this guy. I think I'm legitimately at this point, I'm like, look, it's Peyton Tole, and then everyone else just use it to get us legitimate help. Is that an O's cup? No, it's a Halloween cup. You think I'm rocking a Baltimore Orioles cup? I agree, Taco. They should have just played it today. Whitlock wasn't on a limited schedule last night. He wasn't allowed to be used he wasn't not allowed to be used, but he wasn't used because he got sick on the plane. The Tigers aren't moving anybody. Is that where Flaherty went? Flaherty's because Dingler's on the can't trade the password. That guy can rake. You have nowhere to put that guy. People don't want to trade. People don't want to trade Duran. Okay, well then you have to trade Garcia. That's as simple as that, right? If you don't want to trade a major league outfielder, you have to trade one of your minor league outfielders. Chapman's fine. He's available tonight. No, I agree with you 100%, Pick. Like in years past, I sat there and I was like, you got to be careful, right? You got to be careful. You can't decimate this farm system just for us to make a wild card spot. But if you get a controllable piece, right, you can kind of not decimate it, but you can bump it down a couple of steps to get that controllable piece and be competitive for years, right? So you sit there and it's like, okay. About trading for Ryan O'Hearn? Yeah, I mean, that'd be great. I don't know if it's going to happen. O'Hearn's been really cold, though. Yeah, that's also a good point. A lot of people are bringing that up. I think one thing to note with that is the Orioles as a whole haven't been great offensively. So, value-wise, it could end up being beneficial for the Red Sox. 2, getting him a little bit of protection in the lineup might be beneficial, right? I'm not too worried about a guy getting cold for a couple of days or for a couple of weeks. Larnach plays first base, too. I don't know. Yeah, true. We need 2 or 3 pitchers? Nah, you just need one. In terms of starters, you just need one starter. All right, leadoff walk. That always goes well for Giolito. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, it would have to be an offseason thing, Robbie. I've seen too many people say they need to move him back this season, like mid-season. No, you know what I mean? No, you can't do that mid-season. He hasn't played in 7 years. There's a difference, right? Say Don Rafaela played a little bit last year, and the year before that, he played like a third of his games at second base. Yeah, I don't hate it, Brent. I don't hate it at all. I'm just like my fear with that is the Pirates have like, all right, not a great start here. The Pirates apparently are asking the world for David Bednar, which that to me isn't a guy that you trade the world for, right? Ryan Helsley. It's tough, right? Closers are tough. Like I would have said Emmanuel Clase is the guy that you trade the world for, right? But he's whatever the hell's going on over there in Cleveland. You know what I mean? That is a crazy group to miss. Did Carlos Correa get hurt on that? That sucks. They trade Jordan Hicks for Ohtani be a great move. Yeah, that'd be pretty solid. Yeah, they aren't touching. They aren't touching. Mason Miller isn't getting moved. No, I mean you'd have to give him like it'd be like Meyer for Mason. You know what I mean? Blaze gets moved for an arm. I would say high. Looks like it was a hamstring or something. Oh no, did he just get something in his eye? What's in that mug? It's tea for throat pain. I think today's the day. You know what happened last time, Chad, is we put our Wally hat on really early and it helped. So maybe we do that this game. Maybe put our Wally hat on early. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If we have to. You know what I mean? It's one of those we only want to pull it out when we need to. So what's the approach if we get swept by the Twins? Wouldn't be great. Wouldn't it be great there, Christian? What's up, Wes? I just like at this point, dude, you're 2 days away from the deadline. You need to have a lane picked, right? These last two games shouldn't determine what you do at the deadline at this point. I think in my opinion, that's too small of a sample size. Yeah, I saw that, Lance. It sounds like they'd be interested in it, but he's coming off of Tommy John. I don't know if you can just toss him into a playoff race, you know? Yeah, I actually think that Duran would be kind of solid at second base, but again, it's gonna take more than a week for him to figure that out. So you're gonna have to. It's so bad for the Sox. I mean, they're what 4-6 since the break. I mean, that's not terrible. They can figure it out. 7 innings, dude. He's got 12 pitches, running first and second, and no outs. That is gonna be tough. I'd agree. Hey. We got ourselves a little out there. Let's get a little ground ball, shall we? Whitlock starter? No. 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 Yeah, pick. Also, were you the one who brought up the sweep? No. That was Christian. Anyone else mentions sweep in this stream is getting timed out for a minute. Hicks to starter? Nah, dude. Hicks. No. See, this is what I'm like. You like. I don't want experiments, right? I want a proven. Merrill Kelly has become my holy grail. You know what I mean? Like dead ass. Like Merrill Kelly has become my holy grail. He's perfect. He's a middle of the rotation, towards the top of the rotation arm every single year. He's a rental, and every year he posts a 3.335 ERA. And if you can add that and bump out a Bueller or a Fitz who are pitching over a 5 ERA, oh no. Okay, we're good. Whew. Oh, for sure, Assassin. But again, this is the season where I do not care if it's a rental or not. My goal for this Red Sox team is for them to play deep into a postseason. If Merrill Kelly can help you do that, and he gets you deep into the postseason, and who knows what happens then, right? It's worth it to me. It's worth it. Even if you have to give a guy up like a Conley earlier or a David Sandlin. Like that's replaceable in this farm system with who you just drafted. Oh, this is really helping my throat, I'll tell you what. Did you hear how I sounded in the video this morning? I was like, welcome back to Red Z Radio, ladies and gentlemen. We're 2 days away from a Rich Hill reunion. I know, I saw that. Oh, please be foul. Whew. Hauk isn't coming back this year. What's up, Peterson? Blaze and Sandlin for Keller. I'm not a huge Mitch Keller guy. I don't want to be the one to admit that. I am not a huge Mitch Keller guy. Strikeouts have been going down all the time. He's a lefty, right? Is he a lefty? My terribly timed cutaways. What the yeah. Yeah, that's something I need to work on. It's funny you bring that up, Austin. What happened was, I'll tell you the exact story. YouTube changed its advertisement policy where it wouldn't put advertisements in what it didn't feel was a natural spot to put advertisements. The problem is I talk too fast. So my entire videos were like, they were like, yeah, you can't put it there. You're talking too fast, right? So I had to just fully full stop in my videos and put those in order to get any sort of advertisements on the video. So I can't figure out how to stop myself from talking so fast to be able to put those in. So I have to just like pick random spots. You know what I mean? Mitch Keller's a righty. Then all right, I like him a little bit more. My biggest fear with Keller was that he was a lefty that didn't strike anyone out, and that usually doesn't go well at Fenway Park, right? Lefties who don't get strikeouts usually don't go well. No, it's just the middle of an inning agent. But now that I know he's a righty, I don't totally hate it. I mean, he's got some longevity, right? How long is he under contract for? Until 2028? Is that right? I just think Pittsburgh to me feels like they're overvaluing those two guys, Bednar and Keller, and it feels like they're just not moving. My guess for the Red Sox is it's going to be Miami or it's going to be Arizona. I mean, I guess they could go Charlie Morton. I really hope they don't go Charlie Morton, dude. I'll be so upset. The Rangers aren't selling. Why not get Burns? He has Tommy John surgery. Morton's still an upgrade over Fitz. I mean, that's true. Yeah, he's been good lately. What's it been, like a 3.70 ERA lately? I don't know. Phil, I wish I could answer that for you. That was it well? That was it well? That was it well? No way, dude. You gotta be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me, dude. That would have been a home run dead center field. Are we serious right now? Yeah, that would have been gone. Unbelievable. Now you guys got me looking at Charlie Morton. Hold on. Let me see if my fiance could bring my laptop in so I could take a look at this, upgrade things a little bit, you know? That was disgusting. Barrios, yeah, the Blue Jays aren't selling anybody. Nah, Tommy. This is like, what do you mean the state of this team, right? No. Yeah, if you're going to put someone on here who's going to be here for 6 months but help this team into a postseason, you go and you get that guy. It's as simple as that, right? Like the equation's different this year. You are a competitive baseball team who is pieces away from being a legitimate playoff threat. Shane Baz. Is Shane Baz even pitching healthily right now? Rich Hill? Dude, every time Rich Hill's name gets brought up, I'm like, oh no, here we go. Jake Bird. Red Sox would extend him if they got him. No, they wouldn't. They just wouldn't. Yeah, Taj Bradley was sent down. That's kind of an intriguing arm to me. A little bit. Kind of pick, but also it's like okay, you know, this isn't the team last year where it's like, what are you going to do to get to that next level? If you bring a rental in this year, you know exactly what you need to get to the next level next year, right? Even if you don't win this year, you get guys like Anthony Meyer, Narvaez, Cedon, Willier, even Crochet had some. Crochet had some playoff experience, right? It was out of the bullpen in Chicago. He's never been the ace of a team on a playoff team. You know, like convincing Bregman to stay here. There's so many like integral parts of the Red Sox making the postseason this year that even if the Red Sox don't end up winning a World Series this year, it's still worth it, in my opinion, to go out and get one of those guys. It is, right? Because again, you put yourself in a position where you have valuable pieces that maybe don't even need to be top 100 pieces to go and get what you need and still maintain a solid minor league system, right? If you trade Yostinson Garcia, well, you still got Dorian Soto, you still got Yoelin Cespedes, you still got Franklin Arias, right? You still have these names that could come up and be a legitimate piece for the Red Sox in terms of either value or piece on the team. We got Tyler's on the team. This year's goal is just experience. Yeah, but if you can get experience while also winning, why not? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you? Why would you prevent yourself from doing that? Zach Eflin. I don't know that the Rays would trade Zach Eflin. Team-friendly deal. Although I don't know. I don't know. Are there any starting pitchers on the Guardians right now? I know they're kind of listening to Steven Kwan and they're listening to Shane Bieber, but yeah, exactly. Pick. And the other thing that drives me crazy is it's like when you get there, oh, you're probably gonna lose. It's like, well, you just don't know that, right? You just don't know that. Like the past 2 years, you've had teams. Weren't the Mets a wild card team last year? Were they division, or were the Phillies division? No rentals this season. Very young club. Too much downside. This is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm talking about. Where people are just like, oh, there's too much risk involved. It's like, well, yes, right? There's risk involved. Even if you're a division-leading team, there's risk involved in trading away prospects for rentals to make a postseason. You're going to need to take on that risk at some point. If you continue to say, hey, this is just a wild card team, why are we giving them rentals? Well, they're never going to get to a division contenders if you're too afraid to go and actually do something at a deadline. And it drives me crazy that the Red Sox have sort of instilled this idea in us that, hey, you're either a world-beating team and then you invest, or you're a medium team and you don't do anything, right? And that's not the case. There are plenty of teams over the last couple of years that have made, even the 2021 Red Sox were a perfect example. You did enough, right, to get yourself into a postseason. No one believed you'd do anything in a postseason, and you end up getting the ALCS. That looked like it left. No, it didn't. Yeah, Chris Sale had a fractured rib or something, I think. I may have to go get my laptop at the end of this inning so we can look people up. I keep thinking about Charlie Morton. So I need to look. I just like the difference between Charlie Morton and Merrill Kelly are so vast to me in terms of impact on the team. Come on. At least they're getting under the ball today. It's not just ground balls. But can this club make a run? That's what I'm trying to say. We don't know, right? But once you get into the postseason, anyone can make a run. And so getting into the postseason to me, and on top of that, Dave, how many years has it been since the Red Sox have even touched the postseason? It's been what, 4? This will be the 4th year, right? Like, wouldn't it be beneficial for this organization, for this team, for this clubhouse, for this fan base, and honestly for this ownership to just simply get into the postseason? If you lose in the wild card, okay, now you know what you need. Right now, you know exactly what you need next year. So let's just hypothetically say, right? Let's say the Red Sox, they pick up Charlie Morton and they pick up Ryan O'Hearn, right? And that's their deadline here. And they get into the postseason. Let's say they win the wild card, they lose in the ALDS, right? Well, now you know, okay, right? Now you know, okay. Well, one, the owners made money, right? Fenway slammed. So they know how much money they make of the postseason. Now you know, hey, instead of a Charlie Morton in that rotation, what if we had what if we did have a Merrill Kelly on a 2-year deal? What if we put a Zach Gallen in there? What if we traded for a Joe Ryan this offseason, right? Now all of a sudden you got 2 legitimate people in there. And so now you've got that solved. Bayo's solidified himself. Let's say Kyle Harrison solidified himself, right? Now you got a solid 4 in your rotation. You're good there, right? It clears so much up getting into a postseason, right? You figure out how much you need next year, even if you don't win this year. What do you give up to win the division? The only way you win the division right now is if the Jays fall off. We're still such a young team, but to me, that again, you talk about it, that makes me want to win and get into the postseason even more, doesn't it? Shouldn't it? Harrison struggled his first few starts in Worcester. He's looked better recently. Yes, we could prove it. Yeah, I don't care how you make the playoffs. That's my point, Phil. I don't care if it's as a world-beating division contender or as a wild card team. I don't, right? I just want these guys in there. But we talk about Bregman all the time, right? We talk about Bregman all the time and how important he is to the Red Sox. How do you think he got that way? Right? How do you think he got to being such a leader, such a winning focused player? It's because for the entirety that he was up here, he got up here and they went to a World Series, right? He was 2017. Was he 2016 or 2017? Doesn't matter, right? Because they were in the postseason regardless. It's going to be a toss-up, but if you go and you get pieces that you need right now, it makes it less of a toss-up, doesn't it? And so sometimes the best team in the playoffs are the teams with no expectations because they have nothing to lose. Wendell, if you spend your entire life talking about trades from 30 years ago as examples why the Red Sox shouldn't make trades now, you're never going to see this team succeed. It's as simple as that, right? Like, you are going to lose trades. That's how baseball works, right? No team in Major League history has a 100% success rate with trades. Nice pitch, Gio. Come on, one more. That was what, 45 years ago? You just don't want this franchise sent by the Yankees with a horrible farm system. Dude, like you would have to trade. I mean, realistically, to decimate your farm system, you need to go and get. Yeah, but Wendell, if you don't make any deals because you're sitting there afraid to lose them, you're never going to get anything. Right? And that's if you play scared your entire life, you're never going to win. The only reason, King, the Red Sox are known to make worse trades because they trade their star players. If you exclude the Mookie and the Devers trade, Crochet was a great deal. Vasquez's trade was a great deal. Narvaez's trade was a great deal, right? Recently, these have all been really good deals. The deal to get Tyler O'Neill last season was fantastic. But my point in this is people afraid of decimating the farm system. You would have to go and get a Tatis or a Tariq Skubal to do that. How many teams got to the World Series by getting into the playoffs via the wild card in the past 20 years? Let's see. Last year, Dodgers, Yankees, no wild cards. The year before that, Rangers, Diamondbacks, both wild card teams. 22. And I'm so bad with this. Phillies, Astros. I think were the Phillies a wild card team? The Phillies may have been a wild card team. Would I overpay for rental? Yeah, I would. Mookie like trade? No, Juan. It's so different, dude. Thanks. For sure, Dennis. That's another big part of it. All right. Who am I looking up? Charlie Morton. Can we catch that, Willier? Can we catch that, Willier? Thank you. Am I in favor of trading him? No, but to say he'd be Mookie level is just incorrect. So Charlie Morton is a 548 on the season right now with a 476 FIP. See when that started to come down a bit because I know he was terrible. Yeah. All right, so let's go last, what's that, about 10? Last 9 starts, he's a 391 ERA with a 375 FIP. 5 wins, 1 loss for whatever that means to anybody. I mean, it's not terrible, right? 391 ERA is solid. You take away even that last start. If we go, let's say last 7 starts, he's 389. I mean, it's better than it's better than what Walker's doing right now, but Carlos Correa's out of the game. And they need to part with Juan to get rid of themselves of the curse of Mookie Betts. Dude, I think if they could, they're trying to be honest with you. What happened to Correa? I don't know. I have no idea. Christian Campbell hit another home run, man. Christian Campbell's been solid his last week. Let's see what he's up to now. They obviously don't have today's game included, but I need to find a spot to put this like on my desk. I just don't have room here. Christian Campbell figures it out, man. That could be huge for second base going down the stretch if Marcel's gonna be out a long time. We still haven't heard anything on what the severity of that has been. Let me see his last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go 7 games his last week. Dude, Christian Campbell's last week he's hitting 444, so there's something. We'll see how that goes. That is cool, Assassin. Okay. Can we get something going offensively? Is Campbell playing first? He's splitting some time a little bit. I'm curious if maybe they do first. They do first base if they don't trade for one. Yeah, Brent. I think but at the same time, like, has there been anyone that's gone at the deadline already that you're like the Red Sox should have had that guy? I'm trying to think. Like, there were some relievers where like, man, that would have been decent, and like Nick Fortes, but there hasn't been any like big pieces. That was stung well. Hit a gap. Let's go. Get on second base. Get on third? Get on third? He's on third. Say done. Maybe Naylor. Naylor, I'll give you. Naylor, I'll give you. Where Naylor could have been had and should have been a great piece, but maybe the silence on Marcel until after the deadline. Yeah, that's not a bad point there, Ricky. Call up Blaze Jordan. Dude, if Jordan would be a good piece to trade, to be honest with you. Like here's where I'm at, right? I would rather the Red Sox, if they could turn Blaze Jordan into a known quantity, I'm taking it every day. Nice, Jennifer. Oof. Roman's getting fooled bad by this guy, huh? Good Lord. We put the ball in play here, Roman. How about that, huh? Gore and Diaz? Dude, Gore and Diaz would be crazy. That would be a crazy, crazy deadline. I agree, Phil. He's been incredible. Naylor was really good. Is that going to get down? Sure is. Roman Anthony, ladies and gentlemen. This is Roman Anthony's world. We are just simply living in it. It is Roman Anthony's world. We are just simply living in it. Roman knows what he's doing, man. He just does. He knows what to do. He knows he doesn't need to hit a 390-foot ball off the wall if he just gets it over the head. What up, Lawson? Early better be up in a month and a half. Early better be heading to Minnesota for Joe Ryan. Lock Roman up for 20 years. I'm in. I think Roman will be an all-star in 2026. I think Roman will be an all-star for a perennial all-star for the next decade. Could Stephen Kwan play first? Has Stephen Kwan ever played first? I feel like I have seen him. Breggy bomb inbound. Give it to me. Let's find out, shall we? Now, they said they'd be interested in it. They said they wouldn't shut it down immediately. But the price is going to be incredibly high. No, he's only played left field. Been a while for him? Been a while for who? Bregman? Hasn't he hit home runs the last 2 games? And he's going to plant one for a double, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to hit the wall. He bobbles it again. Man, these outfielders, what is there? Roman's coming around to score. He's in. He's in. We've got runs. Why is it Grissom or Campbell? Campbell's not up because he's still working on things. Grissom isn't up because I don't know. I don't have a reason for you, honestly. Like Deion Sanders. Yeah, they want to speed. I think they're trying to trade Grissom. They should. I mean, Grissom literally today came out with an article where he's like, I know my life or my baseball life isn't going to be good with the Red Sox, basically. He was literally like, yeah. He's like, yeah, this isn't happening. PJ, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, my friend. Welcome in. I'd be in with it, Nick. I'd be in with it. Why isn't Bregman extended? Great question. I don't know. Agreed, Christian. Agreed. They're not going to, though, I don't think. What's the card the players look at in their pockets? It's got alignment suggestions. So, like, in the outfield, they'll look at it, and it'll say, like, Jarren Duran, pull tendency left field, and so they can move over and stuff. It's probably a little bit more specified than that, but... We need big swings from him, brother. Like, he's getting the job done, you know what I mean? Those home runs will come, man. Those home runs will come every day. Yeah, dude. Roman's sneaky. Roman's sneaky fast. No one talks about it. I mean, he's not. He's never going to be a burner, but he's swipe a bag or two. Although last night, brutal. Caught stealing. What role do I think Hicks will settle into? I don't know, man. He touched it. No, he touched the ball, sir. Why not trade Hicks? Hot mic? Oh, no. Is it Duran on the hot mic? What did he say? Roman Anthony to a contract extension? That'd be incredible, dude. There you go. All right. Thanks, Robbie. Who's the hottest Red Sox player right now? It's Bregman, but Anthony's up there. Man, my watch keeps going off because I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, we're getting something tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I can feel it in my bones, you know. Nope. It's just people tweeting about how good Roman Anthony is, which fair, you know what I mean? Fair. I bet you Robbie Hyde could dress up like Trevor Story and no one would notice. I'm gonna tell him that. I'm gonna ask him if the Red Sox make the postseason, if he would dress up like Trevor Story for a live stream together. That would be so funny. There's a weird time in the game. What is it, like 2:30 or something? 2:40? It's because it's Central Time. So it's probably like 1:35 Central Time, but it's probably 2 o'clock our time. Here I go into the worst app ever created. Baseball MLB app. And I'm hungry like the wolf. Oh, no, it is 1:10. Oh. That is weird. Who would that be? Hopefully Slayton comes back at some point. Correa's sick. Man, everyone's sick. Brother, I'm sick. Wilson, yeah, Wilson's been really solid out of the bullpen, actually. Agreed, Dave. Agreed. Get this man here for another 6 years. Insane Logic, thank you for subscribing to the channel, my friend, and welcome to the Red Seats. Sick of our losing lately. Brother, they just won a series against the Dyers. What are we doing? Get Michael Wacha. Is Wacha on the Royals now? How's Wacha been this year? Wacha. Insane Logic is you. Well, I appreciate you doing that on your second account then, my man. Thank you. All right, I'm putting this over here. This is my regular keyboard. I'm gonna put my laptop in front of me here. I got my iPad streaming the game, chat. This may be the most screens we've ever had on a live stream. Oh my God. Did Trevor Story just poop all over that baseball? He sure did, ladies and gentlemen. Trevor Story. Put him up. This is never going to work again. It's never going to work again. But Trevor Story just dookied all over that baseball, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. What a hit from Trevor Story. Who was I looking at? What was I doing? What was I doing on this? Oh, Michael Wacha. Wacha's been solid, man. Story can still hit. Yeah, Story can get into it. Story can get into one once in a while, ladies and gentlemen. Fasten your seatbelts drama. Yeah, they can be. Yeah, they can be. Does Story walk? Nah, Story does not walk. Story does no such thing as walk. He doesn't need to when he's putting balls into the bleachers. Oh, good luck with that, Mike. True exists. True. Ugh. Nice walk, Willier. This is a long inning. Oh, Christian. No, he probably won't. No, it probably wouldn't be. Yeah, man. I 4-6 coming out of the break, I don't think it's too terrible. Cause I'm hungry and I want. Certification good for 2 years. What are we talking about? Do we think we get Chris Sale back? Chris Sale's on the IL. I hope not. Is this pitcher's first big league game? Yes, it is. Who's warming up for Minnesota? I have no idea. Who do we get for Priester? Jesus. Yo, Ferry Rodriguez. $2 super chat from Lee, though, in the middle of that. Can we get some claps in the chat for Lee? Actually, you know what? Just like that message. I don't know why I always say, like, or claps in the chat when I just mean like the message. Sox have been making starting pitchers work. That's true. That is very, very true. He sure has been. People are talking about it. I think it'd be dumb. Dinah's been holding on to that number one all day, and Lee's coming in. Who do I think is the long-term solution to first base? I don't think they've found it yet. I would be really, 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 really cautious with. Also, we need a score update, chat. We're sitting here just chatting away, forgetting about the fact that it's for Nathan right now. Can I remember a tougher schedule? Wow, that's a good question. For the Red Sox, there was a stretch in August last year where it was kind of similar, but not this near the deadline. Mr. Money Mike Madness with a $2 super chat. Can we get some likes to the chat for Mr. Money Mike, please? He says, my newest jersey, Charlie Brown Sox jersey. That one is actually sick. That's a good jersey to pick up. What do I think Boston's willing to give up Joe Ryan now that JD's off the block? Personally, are you asking me? I would give up Arias. I'd probably give up Arias and Clark together. And people aren't going to like that, but dude, like, yeah, you're giving up 2 top 100 prospects. Yes, you're giving up a pitching prospect after you finally got some pitching depth in the system, but it's worth it in my opinion. Pick. I can never say your full name, but I'm going to say Pick has been here for 4 months, member of the box seats. Let's go, Pick. Going to the Yacht Rock night for the Sox captain at Corbin. Yacht Rock night. When is Yacht Rock night? I tried to go to the Jimmy Buffett night. That was earlier in the season. I missed that one. Man, I really wanted to wear my my Wally headband tonight. Did we just wear it for the hell of it, chat? Maybe the Wally headband brings us some trades. Thoughts? Toro get thrown into a deal? I doubt it. But thank you for being here for 4 months, Pick. Thank you for your donation, Money Mike Madness. We appreciate all you guys here. Toro heard. It's very, very simple. It's because they make a boatload of money on Paul Skeens. That's really their money. That's their source right now. Every 5 days, when he's at home, that stadium is packed, and that's why. Don't want to jinx the headband. That's true. That's true. I love the headband, though. Gallen or Kelly, better trade value? In my opinion, it's Kelly. And it's because who's worth more right now? It's probably Gallen because of what his ceiling could be. But Pirates would like Duran for Paul Skeens. If you could trade Jarren Duran for Paul Skeens, I would drive him to Pittsburgh myself. Arias and Brandon Clark for Joe Ryan. Torkelson, the Tigers are one of those teams that's not giving up anybody. Oh, Money Mike taking over the number 1 spot. Dinah, you see that? Ooh. Only if we get to take his girlfriend too. Whoa, Mike. What the heck are we talking about here? Trying to get starting pitches like pulling teeth. Yeah, it's brutal. Woo. Nice clean inning from Lucas Giolito there, folks. I hope Breslow doesn't make any trades. It would be a waste of trade capital except for Joe Ryan. As long as they're not grossly overpaying, no, man. Like if you are gonna overpay and it's gonna get you in a postseason, please do it. I don't want them not taking risks anymore. This is the opportunity to start taking risks. This is your window to start taking risks. Blue Jays picked up Sir Anthony Dominguez. Yeah, I know. I saw that. There's a video of him literally walking around the clubhouse to get into the other spot. That was funny. Why is Wong not playing? Huh? Why do I have Toro as a pitcher? I don't. Yeah, exactly, Nick. You can do that. Sean Murphy from Atlanta. I wish. Doesn't sound like it. Mitch Keller. Yeah, I would actually. I don't know, man. Let me see what Mitch Keller's done against the Red Sox. He's probably pitched at Fenway, right? He's been around for a while. He's been around for a bit. Let me see. It's probably a super small sample size, to be fair. did pretty well at Fenway, actually. It is a very small sample size. It's only one start. I mean, yeah, dude, he's pretty good. I just let me see how he is against the rest of the. Let me see how he is against the rest of the AL East. He's not very good against the Red Sox. He's very good against the Orioles. Pretty good against the Blue Jays. Let's see, Yankees. Terrible against the Yankees. Oh my God! In 2 starts, he's given up 11 runs in 9 innings. Did strike out 11. Only gave up 2 home runs too. Man, 18 hits in 9 innings. It's 2 hits an inning. Aw, that's awesome, Steven. Why am I so far behind on this stream right now? Nesson updated their app and it messed up everything, man. They'll move Yoshida the deadline. I think if someone wants Yoshida, they will give them Yoshida, yes. I don't know that anyone wants Yoshida right now. Good, he should, Nick. That should be the case. Each team should try. No, why would Narvaez be put on first base? 10 months from Dinah, man. That's incredible. We're 2 months away from a year together, Dinah. That's awesome, man. Thank you. We had some claps to the chat for Dinah for being here for 10 months. No message, just here for the vibes. Oh, they already took the starting pitcher out. Wow. Ness is like a 5-second delay. Yeah, but it's even worse on the streaming now. Like before, it was like a 2-second delay. Now it's been like 10 seconds. It's been crazy. I don't know, Joe. The entirety of last season's deadline wasn't great. I will say that. After the Garrett Crochet, here are the poverty Red Sox. What? That is a rough parlay there, Cody. I'm not going to lie to you, man. To just deal with it? Yeah, I'm going to have to. The Giants are actually 13-22 since getting Devers. Has Devers like heated up at all for the Giants? I really like stopped paying it. I'm really bad with that. I just stop paying attention to players once they leave the Red Sox for the most part. No, it looks like he's been on. Yeah, he's picking it up a little bit. 108 OPS plus. He's got 4 homers. 2 of them were against the Red Sox, weren't they? No, one of them was. I would like to agree with that, Scooter or Easton. It's the worst record in baseball. It was a good hit from Hamilton. He just didn't find grass. You think of the baseball season like one game, it gets you to the bigger picture of the season. So where are we in this one game right now? We're at the 6th inning. I remember y'all thought Roman Anthony was untouchable. Yeah, I think everyone still thinks Roman Anthony's untouchable. Well, what? Is this the guy who said we were never going to trade for Crochet? Is Q, are you the one who said it was Roman Anthony for Crochet or nothing? Pretty sure it was. Lion, where? Wait a second. Was he wearing a red seat hat, Lion? Was it a navy blue red seat hat? Yes, absolutely there will be, Steven, which is going to suck for me, but we'll get through it. No, it wasn't. Oh, never mind then. What game was that? What will Hamilton, Wong, and Toro get us? Nothing. Oh, that was well hit. That was well hit. Nope. It was near Fenway Sunday. No. Unfortunately. That was not me. That would have been funny, though, because one of my buddies came with me to a game on Saturday, and he wanted to wear a red seat hat, so I gave him my Navy one. I thought so, E. I thought so. What's up, Kenneth? David Ortiz's son is playing AAA? No. He's playing low A. You tagged me in a post on X. I don't see anything. I don't have anything, so. Roman looks up. Yeah, Roman, I think, is leadoff is his spot. Get tired of the yellow jerseys? Yeah, you know what? A little bit. I'll say it a little bit. If they were better in their green jerseys, I think I'd be much more. But they're pretty good in their yellows still. So no, not really. But a little bit. How much are tickets nowadays? The Dodgers one was terrible. Yeah, exactly. Pick like if they started losing in them, yes. But because they're still pretty good in them, no. Need to win to keep pace. What do I say about the Rangers surprising right behind them with Sox? I'm not too surprised. Don't the Rangers have one of the easiest schedules in Major League Baseball? Be honest, pink jerseys would be awesome. It depends on how they do it. Yeah, I kind of love those blue away jerseys. Those were like some of my favorites. My fiance loves them. I think that ball may have been Roman Anthony's hardest hit ball of the day, and it was an out. That's baseball, folks. Black jersey would look sweet. I'm trying to think if there's a color. Is the strike ongoing? Yeah, the strike is ongoing. I don't know if it'll be ongoing by the time the Royals series goes on, though. I will say, Lance, if you're thinking of like drinking during the game, there are self-serve stations that you can do. And you could buy like sausage and stuff outside of the stadium and bring them in with you. So you can still go. That's what we did. Passing Ryan Sandberg, just incredibly sad, man. It's a great player. Sound like a great person. Wow, Johan Duran is getting hugs in the Twins bullpen. Interesting. Johan Duran just grabbed his glove from the bullpen, grabbed the rest of his stuff, and left. All right, chat, we're officially on trade watch. He's giving hugs in the bullpen. Dude, if he goes to looking like a cruel prank. I don't know what we're doing. We're officially on watch, though. If he goes to the Blue Jays, I might lose my mind, though. Would I take Paul Skeens for Roman Anthony straight up? Probably not, just because I think Skeens, I don't know. Duran for Duran, that'd be wild. Who's getting traded? No one yet. just this time of year, you're looking for hugs. Johan Duran just came out, picked up his glove, and left. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Christian Campbell. Christian Campbell's been hitting like 500 over his last week. Hopefully, he continues that. If he could continue that, I would be interested to see where they'd put him. Think you spend your kids in errands? Dude, yeah, Fenway was crazy this weekend. I'm not going anywhere for the next 3 weeks. Yeah, I think Anthony's the right answer, but schemes would be incredible. People saying he's getting traded to the Yankees. Dude, no. Dude, if we get Duran on this team, it'd be so sick. Do I listen to Robbie Hyde's Monster Territory post-game podcast when I can? There's a few times, probably, I don't know, I'd probably say once or twice a week I can tune in. I'm usually pretty busy after games. Put that into a commercial. That's what I'm saying, bro. How do we get that? Johan Duran has officially left the dugout. We shall see. I don't know how the Yankees always steal these guys. Yeah, the Yankees do always kind of steal guys at the deadline. It's crazy. Ready? Rehabbing Red Sox righty Zach Kelly ready to come in for the Woo Sox. Except one of the light towers went out, so we're in a delay. It'd be called Searching for Consistency. That's awesome. Hey, Clip. Hey, I heard you were going to the National Card Show, man. That's sick. What are you looking for? Trade for Benintendi. Why? Yeah, I keep seeing that too. Owen. Or Nick. Who just said that? Kyle. Sorry, guys. For the rights to the franchise. E, what are you talking about? Who the Yankees deadline did you want? Probably Red Sox Crochet and Bregman auto. You should look for a Crochet rookie auto. I've been having a hard time locating them. Johan Duran to the Phillies? Yeah, I don't think so. It more so looks like they're just messing with us. The Twins bullpen just messing with us. $4.99 super chat. Pick says, I can't wait to watch Jaron take Duran deep in Fenway. Jeff Passon, official tweet, ladies and gentlemen. Also, thank you so much, Pick. Can we get some likes on that message, man? Pick, you're the man. Passon tweet, Johan Duran has not been traded. He was just hugging his bullpen catcher because that's what friends do sometimes. Call off the dogs. Call off the dogs, ladies and gentlemen. He has not been traded. That would have been sick if he got traded mid-game. Kind of upset he didn't. When was the last time we got a guy getting traded like mid-game like that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, what? What? Yasiel Puig? Was Puig traded mid-game? Danny Jansen, technically. That is my least favorite fun statistic of all time. Vasquez? Oh, no, Vasquez was traded during warm-ups. I remember that specifically. Vasquez was traded during warm-ups. Guy who cried? I think you're thinking of Vasquez. Yeah, Dave, listen, Dave. I love that the Yankees. I actually said that from the beginning. Oh, baby. Jarren Duran figured out how to bat flip against Colorado. That ball was pooed on, folks. Woo. Duran gets hot. This team's going somewhere. I've said that multiple times. Why does this one just not want to update for me? Youngblood? The artist? That ball was crushed, dude. 446. Duran coming in with his light tower power is something special. $5 super chat from Dinah. Dinah, I appreciate all your support on the channel today, my man. He says, attaboy Duran. Yes, sir, attaboy Duran. That ball was just absolutely annihilated. Can we get some likes on that message from Dinah, please? Unbelievably generous tonight. That's why the Padres are hot after him. Let me ask you guys this. We keep seeing, Duran's not getting traded, but the Padres do not want to stop talking about him. What would be your Padres offer where you'd be like, okay, fine. You know what, buddy? You win. Take him. Yeah, 1 and 2, maybe. Bogarts was 75% of the contract, dude. Really? You would go Bogarts? Cease Merrill? Oh, that's a good question, actually. If it was Jackson Merrill for Jarren Duran, would you do it? He's positive in all aspects of the game. Duran, he's kind of negative defensively this year, actually. Make a swing trade for Skeens. Okay, so take Toli Arias, Salas, and Drives, and then trade him for Skeens. I'm in. Oh, easily, E, I think. Easily. Is that a fair ball? No. Bueller, Wong, and Hamilton. We're seen hugging Veritek. Oh, no. Think we should trade Harrison, Hicks, and Tibbs for that Devers guy. Hey, would add some thump to the lineup. I wonder if he'd play first base. Hey, Mark. No, I played third. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I still think there are going to be some additions to this team. I just don't know where they're going to be at this point. I really don't. Jordan Hicks for Heathcliff Slocum. How about no? Duran heating up, nice to see. Yeah. The Duran. I said this in my video. What was that against the Dodgers? Right, where we really started to heat up during the Dodgers series. The team offense just looks different, because Roman is just sort of this freak where he feels like he's going to be a constant the rest of the year. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, right? And Bregman is most likely going to be. But you add in Duran in that 3-hole, man, and it's just that 1-2-3. It's a totally different look than anything we've seen so far this season. You kind of need him to start doing this. And I'm curious if Cora saw, hey, maybe taking him out of the leadoff spot for a bit, maybe putting that pressure on someone else, just go up there and hit the ball. You don't have to get on second base. You don't need to get on base here. You just need to make contact. Imagine Yandy in the 4-hole. Dude, imagine a lineup that goes Roman, Bregman, Duran, Yandy, Willier. I'd put at 5. Story at 6. Meyer at 7. Say Don at 8. Narvaez at 9. That's a nice lineup. I'm just saying. Duran and Anthony for Judge. I'm good. I'm okay with that, actually. What ended up happening with Judge's injury? Dude, they put sorry, this is totally off topic. They put a tropical smoothie cafe like 5 minutes from my house. I'd only had it once in my life. I've been there 4 times in the last 3 weeks. It is so good. But read out the rotation. Okay. It's going to be Crochet, dog. Bayo, dog. Giolito, dog. Bueller. and Fitz, who just too inexperienced. Heard the Red Sox had a bad flight. Yeah, I personally, Mark, I think that's the reason you lost yesterday. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to say that, Donna. It is kind of crazy. I would be curious, though, to, we only say that because they're not here, right? Yeah, I did see that assassin. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow if there's no trades. Great year and he's gone. I am sick and tired of every single person. Like Doug, why can't we just have a guy who's here to help us win get into the postseason and then leave? Like, why do we need to get value out of every single player that's on a 1-year deal here? And I get it. Chapman's very valuable on the market right now. I get that. But you're in a postseason position just to sell him just because, hey, he has a lot of value right now drives me absolutely crazy. He also has a lot of value here. Except first base, but that's stretching it. Not really stretching it. I mean, Toro's pretty easily move onable, I think. The Pirates pitcher, Jared Jones, didn't he get Tommy John or a UCL brace at the beginning of the year or something? The only Eugenio? No, I don't think so. Didn't Eugenio Suarez, didn't he did he get injured recently? Or am I making that up? All right, Michael, thanks for being here. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, exactly, Mark. Like it feels like Red Sox fans are so hell-bent on winning trades. Like, yeah, they're prospects, you know what I mean? Like the value of the deadline, you're not going to get back. But at the same time, too, if you get into a postseason because you got guys that help you get there, you won. Right? Like every trade doesn't need to be a win or a loss on paper. It just needs to help your team. And if you can afford to overpay for somebody that helps you win now, like I just don't care. Like I'm past the point of that, to be honest with you. Oh, thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. Yeah, I kind of thought the timing on those promotions were really interesting to me because those are two guys, again, like we talked about in the video a ton. And we talked about a ton. Like the those two guys you can move. When are they going to do something? I don't know, Tony. They got less than 48 hours now. Why did we lose out on Gratterall in the bet steal? What was that? They were nervous about his medicals or something? Thursday at 6? Yeah. Yes, sir, Tony. I was trying to remember when the Red Sox did their moves last year. I think it was... Can Sandlin help right now? No, not yet. Definitely not yet. Oh, that's unfortunate, Gio. No, they made all their deals before the deadline. Oh. Oh, uh-oh. I wish they'd give us a timeline here. Paxton, Danny Jansen. This was all before the deadline, right? 7:45, 8 o'clock tonight. Brother, we're already well past that. The Meyer conspiracy? What is the Meyer conspiracy? Manny for Jason Bay? Yeah, I forgot about that. Gio's fastball velocity has been down today. Yeah. I would imagine, Bald, it has a lot to do with location. Oh, I see, Owen. Satisfied with what they did. Bad and they're trying to shop him? No, I don't think they're trying to shop Meyer. Because that'd just be kind of dumb. No. Right? Teams take physicals into account, man. Yeah, there's no way. I'm sorry, there's no way that's the case. All right, Mark. Hey, I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you. And on top of that, Meyer would be such a dumb person to trade. With the way Story's been up and down this year, with how old he's getting, with how far away Arias, Soto is, with the fact that you don't have anyone else who could play defensively at shortstop there, that would be terrible. To be honest with you, I think what it is they're sitting there and they're saying, look, it's a strain, right? And you're either going to feel better when you feel better or you don't. And that's sort of what it's going to be. And remember how secretive they were about the Bregman stuff, too. Like, you never knew when Bregman was coming back. He sometimes make a bigger deal out of injuries than they really are. I wouldn't know because there was in 2020. So 2024 he gets injured. He was overly cautious then. But the reason he was overly cautious then was because in 23 he wasn't cautious and it cost him the rest of the season. So he's still trying to figure out what he can and can't play through. And that is definitely part of it. Jeff Passan just reposted a tweet. What do we got from Jeff? Oh, it's Jackson Churio getting injured. A recovered Tanner out could fix our problems 100%. Yeah, he's not. All right. Come on here, Gio. Mike, what would you do if the Red Sox traded David Hamilton to the New York Yankees? Is it confirmed he's done for the year? Not totally confirmed, but yeah, Cora wasn't exactly. Everyone was saying that his status is up in the air right now, and that usually means he's not coming back. Ooh, that changeup is disgusting right now for Giolito. What if we don't make a deal? Then you'll get a very angry Corbin video. What would you get in return for Hamilton? I have absolutely no idea. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the answer would be to that. Like, what would you need from the Yankees would be the question. Ugh. What a crappy way to end a good at-bat there. That sucks. Is that going to be 2 runs in? Yeah. That sucks. Yeah, you get something. It just wouldn't be something good. And you need. I think right now you need these guys. Unless you get a replacement first baseman, then maybe. No, probably not, Steve. Damien, I don't think the idea of shopping Costas right now is on the table. Oh, no, that was only 1 run. For O'Hearn? No, you have to. No, they wouldn't do that. They would need more. They would need something of value. Like, where are you going to play Hamilton if you're the Orioles? Where are you going to play Wong if you're the Orioles? You've got Rushman. You've got, what's that guy's name? Basile? Why, Christian? They all work out super well. At least in the short term for the Red Sox. Think about it. Even if, Fitz doesn't really develop into nothing much. Backup catcher, they have Adley Rushman and they've got that guy Basile just sitting there in AAA waiting for his opportunity. The only one that you could say, yeah, if you're getting O'Hearn, fine, you put Toro in there. But utility man Hamilton, they have Ramon Urias, they have Gunnar Henderson, and they have Jackson Holiday. They don't have room for David Hamilton. Mike. If I had the power to fire Cashman, would I do it? No. Bad history of seeing our beloved players in pinstripes outside of Ellsbury. Damien hit me the hardest. Yeah, but Damon wasn't a trade. It was a free agency. The loss yesterday killed your soul. They're trying to shed money. Yeah, but again, dude. Like O'Hearn, can be had for one player. They're not going to give up for. I mean, taking on 3 players for that makes no sense. There's no money. There's no real money getting involved there. Ryan would be the only trade that would be acceptable. Anything else would be a waste. That's so dumb. No. Yeah, Gio's actually looked pretty good tonight. A lot of contact against Gio, but he's getting out of tough situations, which is great. And he's also relying on his infield defense, which I like a lot. Same, Christian. Yeah, Easton, it'll fix itself. We're good. Yep, it automatically does it, folks. Absolutely no, dude. So Joe, you're saying you either go and get Joe Ryan or you do absolutely nothing at the deadline? No. Trade talk is so useless. Phil, you've spent like the entire trade talk or stream talk about him. Throwing slop, brother. He's threw 5 innings with 1 earned run. What are we doing? Blue Jays lost twice today. Good. Do I think we'll make any trades? Yeah, I think the Red Sox will. Who it'll be, I have no idea, but I think they will. Yeah, Mark, tough. Yeah, they'll do something. I don't know that it'll be the knock the Sox off. Holy crap! But if they get pitching depth enough, probably Bald, but they don't have the pitching depth to put him in the bullpen yet. Let's see what's going on throughout the rest of the league here. Tampa Bay's climbing back against the Yankees. Let's see if they can do anything about that. That'd be sick. Tigers are putting a beat down on the Diamondbacks. Oh my God. Blue Jays lost twice today, 2-3 and 16-4. Is that right? Oh my God, man. That's crazy. They lost 16-4. Orioles making a comeback. Yeah. 8 games under 500. Here they come, folks. I guess you never know. They sent Chad Green down. My God, dude. That's wild. They'll just start the rebuild over again in 3 years. No, they won't, Joe. All of the players that were the big part of this rebuild are under contract for the next 6 years. Some of them more. Red Sox fans have become scared, man. Think about it. Marcelo under contract for the next 6 years. Roman under contract for the next 6 years. Bayo for the next 5 years, I think. Cedon's for the next 7 years. Campbell's for the next 7 years after this year. Crochet's for the next 6 years. Narvaez is for the next 6 years. You've got Duran for the next 3 years. Wilyer Abreu's for the next 6 years. Where in there are you sitting there saying, "Oh my God, the Red Sox are they're gonna have to rebuild again if they trade for somebody this deadline"? So I'm not great with the standings right now. If the Red Sox, so I know they're a game behind the Yankees. So if the Yankees win and the Red Sox, or the Yankees lose and the Red Sox win, they're tied or they'll be a game ahead. Tied? Okay. I've always been terrible with that. Someone's saying a game ahead. He's also terrible. What's the best part of this Red Sox team? They're young talent. Someone put this in was it in the chat or the comment section? I think it was the chat last time. They're young, dumb, and they're young, really stupid, and extremely talented. That's the best part about them. Hey, that's gonna sit. That a baby Toro. Why give up this run of contracts? Because, Dave, you don't have to give up anyone on this team to go and get rentals. What are you talking about? Still learning the game of baseball. Yeah, it's like toddlers with superpowers. It's not Wednesday. Yeah, I know. They play at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I can't stream at 1 in the afternoon. Probably, Steve. Yes, the classic way I don't know the prospects, so they don't exist. What? I could probably make a super. Actually, no, that would take too long. Hey, David Hamilton should have bunted, but that's okay. Hamilton will be the next Dave Roberts for us. Dave Roberts was relatively productive with the bat that season, by the way. David Hamilton's not even hitting remotely close to his weight, and he's a pretty skinny dude. Who do the Red Sox trade for over the next couple of days? Not a single idea, Nick. I don't know. I truly don't. Yeah, seriously, Jennifer, that'd be a problem. Steve, the man, the myth, the legend. Where's Steve? Merrill Kelly would be the best pickup ever. Oh, get out. Oh, no. Sorry. The swing looked good. I apologize. He's still going to get one in. There we go. Hey, honestly, pretty solid game from Cedar Rafaela tonight, huh? BC times 3. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the box seats. I appreciate, my man. I appreciate. Yeah, it's been a while, dude. I didn't even recognize the name for a bit. You cleaned it up. I like it a lot. How you doing? Class A was suspended for the rest of the season. Good Lord. Can we just like if we win by more than 8, we should be able to transfer 1 run to another game and call it a win. That would be unbelievable. Yeah, it's been crazy lately, BC, but we're continuing it on. You know what I mean? It's the only thing you can do. Red Sox are winning now. They sure are, Caitlin. Batting average. Wait, the team's average batting angle is flattened? Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense. They haven't been like they have been hitting home runs. It's a lie. But it feels like they've been playing a lot of doubles ball, which I really like. Curtis Murphy's been a dog. I love that dude. He also came out to War Pigs. His first game back at Fenway, so he's now my favorite reliever. Halifax. Is that in Europe somewhere? God, that's going to make me sound so stupid if it's not. Is it New Jersey? Nova Scotia? Okay. Whew. Nova Scotia. This is going to sound really, really dumb and people are going to make fun of me. You ever heard of the show Sullivan's Crossing? Nova Scotia is not in Europe. True, but it's not. Like, for a second, I thought it was going to be in New Jersey or something, so. No way we're still bringing up the Jim Rice stuff, right? Come on, guys. More National League baseball, what? I need to watch more hockey? Yeah, I do need to watch more hockey. I like watching hockey, actually. Yeah, I think, honestly, 1 and 2, Bregman, Anthony, is going to be miserable for pitchers to get through. It's sick. Pitcher's in a bit of a jam. You mean good old Funderbunk? Sounds like someone who'd signed the Declaration of Independence, doesn't it? And here we have the signature of Arnold Funderbunk. That was unfortunate. Score a top 10 coach? Hope so. What are the chances that Roman Anthony spends his free time up in Little League? So, Roman, what do you do to get better in the offseason? I umpire for 9-year-olds. You're in Vegas. Can't wait for the A's to get there. When are they going to get there? Hell of a Quidditch player. Yeah, that's a good one, too. Yeah. The funner from down under. More National League baseball, throw strikes, play defense, keep the ball in the park. You'll be in every game. True, Joe. Springfield Iso-Ropes jersey? No. Sweet name, though. Giolito could go 7 or 8. He's at 76 pitches through 5. I don't think he's going 7. He might get through. It depends. If this is a quick inning, maybe. Oh, they don't trade anyone? I hope they trade everyone and make this team incredibly better. Not on the Major League roster. I'm talking prospects. I'm officially, you know where I'm in, where I'm at, chat? I am in the book of the players who just sat there last deadline and they said, I do not care who you trade, make this team better. Do it. You take a flyer on Rich Hill again, get out. Out. Minneapolis Sky. I love Minneapolis, man. I want to go back there at some point. Bail for Ryan? No, because it kind of defeats the purpose. The reason you want to put Ryan in this is so you can bump out either Buehler or Fitz. If you trade Bayo for Ryan, you automatically have to keep both of those guys. Should get rid of Wong for who? So I would trade Witherspoon for who? Storm shook your house last night, man. That was a crazy storm. For Ohtani, obviously, okay. Then yes. That is sick, Nick. That is so sick. I'll have to look him up. All right, there's one on 3 pitches. That's a good sign. Long for Jansen. Kenley Jansen? No. Witherspoon for Bryce Eldridge. Is Bryce good this year? Has he spent a lot of time with the Major League club, or was he injured? What up, Moose? Is Bryce Eldridge not playing? Did he change his name to Bryce Elder? He did change his name to Bryce Elder. No. I would not change Witherspoon for this guy. Last game, he went 2 2/3 innings, allowed 8 earned runs and 4 walks and 3 Ks. He's a 6.22 ERA. in 17 games this season with a 5.32 FIP, a 1.615 WHIP. This is not a guy I would trade him for. Bryce Elder's a different person. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? I've lost myself. That's crazy, BC. I'm glad you guys are safe, though. To deal with the Bieber rumors, that's exactly what they are, rumors. Everything you're hearing right now is everything you are hearing right now is someone hearing something very quickly from someone else. That's what it is. That's cool, Jennifer. Rumors are Duran to Phillies. So this is the problem with rumors, right? So you get people saying, "Oh, this is the rumor," right? And then the other person saying, "No, this is the rumor." You know. Don't jinx it, Jack. Jack, you jinxed it. Am I from Boston? No, I live outside the city. Oh, that's who he is, BC. Thank you. He's their number one prospect, right? Hope so, George. Or Jorge. Sorry. Oh no, that is George. Is it Jorge or George? I'm so sorry. I'm sick tonight. My brain, I'm at like 65% brain capacity. I'll tell you that, guys, right now. Shouldn't even be the manager. Alex Cora is absolutely a top 10 manager in baseball. People always think the grass is greener until they get that grass. You know what I mean? No, I wouldn't be worried, George. All right. I really hope I'm saying that right. We should consider Nate Eaton as some pitching depth. What? Excuse me, Jap. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, Lance. I'm not saying Alex Cora is, a top 2, top 3 manager in baseball, but to sit there and say he needs to be fired is just people who always think the grass is greener. Yeah, Joe. No. Make this team better right now. It's Red Sox fans who just sit there all the time. And Joe, you're absolutely one of them who don't like the way this team is playing, but then say it's not worth making this team better when they're very close to playing like the team you want them to play. Drives me absolutely crazy. Yeah, Whitlock's available this game, I think. Back to these scores. Where's the Marlins game? That's what I'm looking at today. Because Sandy Alcantara, who people are starting to say is heating up a bit in terms of trade rumors here. He went 5 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, and 4 Ks. It's a pretty good inning. Yeah, a lot of players, I guess, were playing sick yesterday, Kevin. That's why Wilson didn't pitch either. What's the update on Chapman's injury? He's back and ready to pitch. We should be okay. How many runs, Corbin? 0 earned runs, sorry. What is Chapman's update? He had a tight back. He's good now. Along with Johan Duran and Christian Vasquez, that'd be sick. Imagine they take the series and then take their catcher and closer. That'd be awesome. But selling out the future is nuts. Guys, do you guys do do we understand we can make the team better without trading every single one of our best prospects? Like, why are we sitting here and it's either trade everyone or trade no one? Why can't we do it in the middle? And genuinely, Wendell, what prospect are you sitting there? Wendell, what prospect are you sitting there saying, boy, if the Red Sox trade them, they're going to be terrible for the next 10 years? Which prospect is it? Because in my opinion, there's really not any prospects in the system right now, outside of maybe Peyton Tolle, where you sit there and you say, oh my God, this guy gets traded. What are they going to do? Yeah, Christian Campbell hit another one. And even if you do trade someone and they turn out to be somebody for the Marlins or the Padres or whoever, but you end up in the postseason, come on. Do I think Campbell could be a good trade piece? Potentially, I don't know. He's been hot lately, but with him signed, I think the Red Sox are still pretty high on him. Luis Perales, like that's a guy again. Like, yeah, maybe he's an ace for the Padres in 3 years. But if the Red Sox have been in the postseason all 3 of those last years, okay then, you know. Is Whitlock going to be available for the 7th? He should be. How do I feel about Buehler? I think you'd have to get 2 starting pitchers to replace Buehler in the rotation at this point. That's kind of the answer there. And I don't think the Red Sox are going to get 2. Do I think Sandy's fixable? Yeah, I think the talent's there. Do I think Campbell ever be a good defender? Yeah, I actually think a lot of what happened this year specifically was, one, this will be Campbell's, first full season playing games, which is kind of crazy to say. But 2, I think a lot of it was mental. Ooh, big pitch from Giolito there. Had a baby. Great outing from Lucas Giolito. Great outing. Now we just need to make sure that the bullpen can figure it out. That is crazy, Mike. That is crazy. Yes, Garrett Whitlock is sick. Have I heard of the death ball? No. Bring back Whitlock? No. Whitlock is staying in the bullpen. News on Houck? There's no news on Houck. He's been shut down. He's probably out for the year. Yeah, the password to me is the guy you get for a controllable starter. Make these moves in the offseason? No. Win now. Why are Red Sox fans always, let's get him next year, let's get him next year? What are we doing? Where's the killer mentality? You can make a postseason this year. Do it. You think the Devers trade is something that needed to happen, or do you think we could have fixed it? Dude, I genuinely don't know, Daniel. I don't know that there will ever be an actual answer to that question. Genuinely don't know. Right? Because we'll never get an answer to it. If they had kept everything internal, does it turn out differently? Maybe. You won't have anything to trade in the offseason? Joe, for the love of God, you don't need to trade everybody right now to get something impactful. What are we not getting here? How do I feel about Edward Cabrera? Love him. Been wanting Edward Cabrera for years. Edward Cabrera will be sick. I've said for a while he will explode like that. Thoughts on Von Grissom's latest comment? He's not wrong. He probably won't be, right? That's sick, BC. Let's go. You'd keep password? Where are you going to put password? Where are you going to put Yo Stinson? What do you think it would take to get Edward Cabrera for him? Probably Yo Stinson, actually, now that we're talking about him. and maybe something else. Durant's been on what? 4 times today? Is that 3 or 4 times today? He's been on a ton, huh? Just so you know, chat, if you're new here to these deadline streams, every single time we have one of these, a trade will happen immediately after this. You've been a diehard fan since 86. You know what you're saying. We're just going to end the conversation there. Do you think Durant gets traded this offseason if he doesn't get traded at the deadline? He won't get traded at the deadline, I don't think. It sounds like people really want him to... Not people in terms of fans, but it sounds like the Red Sox are thinking about potentially moving him in the offseason if they're going to move him. Password could play outfield if they move Durant. Maybe. Right? Maybe, but even then, you still have 4 outfielders, you know? $5 super chat from Phil. It just says, I like to poop. Can we get some likes on the message, I guess? I don't know. Maybe he's breaking up the tension. It worked if that's what your idea was here. I appreciate the $5 regardless. Thank you. Yeah, that's why I said whoever said it would take more than the password to get Cabrera. That's why I said it probably the password and a pitching prospect. How controllable is Edward Cabrera? Didn't I come on last year with Bedhead? What, to a live stream? I'm pretty sure I've come on a stream with Bedhead multiple times. Isn't Edward Cabrera under control till like 28? Does that sound right? 29. He's under control till 29. Dude's 27 years old. When did Cooper get called up? Today. We'll probably talk about him tomorrow. All right, Phil, have a good one. If we trade for Joe Ryan and sign Kyle Tucker plus Cease next offseason, we might be legitimate contenders next year. We could be legitimate contenders this year, man. Yes, Dwight Evans should be in the Hall of Fame. Why would they trade Cabrera? To get prospects, I would imagine. Dennis, trading away anyone on this team would be so dumb. Like sitting there saying, hey, if we stay put and someone offers us something good, let's just trade people away. Why? I genuinely have no idea, Roman. I don't know who the most likely is. I don't know. And Merrill Kelly seems like he's surefire going to be traded. That's the guy who I would go for. No, you don't sell this season, Dennis. There's no reason. Will I be live for the deadline? No, I gotta work, unfortunately. I will be live after the deadline, though, for members only, and we'll be recapping the entire deadline. If I can win the series with the Dodgers and hold our own against the Phillies, I think we should be buyers. Yeah. Yeah. Red Sox fans who sit there still saying trade, what are we doing? Do I like O'Hearn? Yeah, I don't hate O'Hearn. I am interested to see how far the splits have fallen off here. He's still crushing. The thing with O'Hearn is he's still crushing righties, right? It's a 296 average, a 385 on base percentage, a 484 slug, 869 OPS. You combine that with Romy Gonzalez, that's a really, really incredible first baseman, right? So, yeah, I did, Dinah. I kind of don't blame him. Maybe Mike. Maybe. You like Cabrera over Kelly? I do too. I think it's going to be more difficult to get Cabrera than it would be Kelly. Yeah, it's happened every year, Brad. Every year. I mean, yeah, that'd be ideal, Assassin. I don't know what the most realistic is though. I just simply don't. Yeah, it's to me Toro maybe. Romy, I don't think you get enough on the market in terms of his value to the Red Sox to make that worth it. Especially if you're going to go after a guy like O'Hearn, who's incredible against righties, but really, really bad against lefties. Salty. The part of that you're missing is that Yaz was on the back end of his career and wanted and was willing to move off of left field into first base, right? I think that's a big part of what you're missing here. It wasn't Yaz, Rice, Lynn, and Evans in their absolute primes, right? And I think that's the big difference. Is right now you can trade one of these guys for a legitimate number 2 starting pitcher, and it doesn't make sense as much value-wise. Like, Yaz was one of the greatest hitters in the history of baseball, right? There's a difference between Carl Yastrzemski moving off of left field for Jim Rice, who is also one of the greatest hitters in Red Sox history and a Hall of Famer, than it is for Jarren Duran to move off of left field and play first base for a guy like Roman Anthony, who has all the potential in the world, but is right now nowhere near either of those guys. So to sit there and say, well, if the Red Sox could fit, Yaz, superstar, all-star, Hall of Fame, maybe a top 25, 30 player in baseball history on the back end of his career for Jim Rice, who has, the 6th, 3rd, 4th most home runs in baseball history, in Red Sox history. Like, it's like, yeah, of course they're going to do that. But at the same time, you don't have a Yaz on this team. You have guys who can give you legitimate not superstar, but potential number 2 starting pitchers. That's an entirely different conversation. How fast are they eating, though? Call up Grissom? Dude, I've already argued for Grissom to be up here twice, and they haven't. Will Campbell return his first base this year? That's why the passer is the one they trade. Yeah, right now, yes, for sure, Salty. But in the offseason, no, I think you can have a conversation about trading one of these outfielders. I actually don't know, Mark. His bat is looking much better, and if his bat works out pretty well, I think it depends on how long Meyer's out for. We'll see, Tommy. They still got 48 hours. Let's see. I think some people just want them to not do anything so they can be mad. Yeah, baby, Duran. I would love to see the Red Sox trade Grissom so we get some actual playing time at a major league level. Grissom over Campbell at first base. Grissom's never played first base. Yeah, Yoshida would be a great guy to get rolling. He had some decent hits yesterday. Man, the Rays almost came back, huh? Brenton Doyle, I think you need more than that, actually. It's a great question, Michael. We'll find out in the next 48 hours. He's played games in the minors at first base. He's played a total of 10 games at first base this year for the Red Sox. If you got that up to like 20, 30 games, maybe. But 10 games to just throw someone at the major league level like that, I don't know. Never happened to Alan Craig? I have no idea. Yeah, Wilson's been really solid. Yeah, Gio gave the Red Sox exactly what they needed tonight. It was perfect. There have been Easton. It's not incredibly common. I don't know, Liam. Oh, no. Okay. This guy, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Also, that was a terribly placed pitch here. I mean, that was incredibly poorly placed. Justin Wilson, just right down the middle. 92. He was the top Twins prospect. Now that makes a little bit more sense. What's up, Arlen? I'm glad I've been here to keep you on track, man. Thanks for watching. Dude. Say Don Rafaela. Oh my Lord. What was that, dude? Oh my God. He's just, dude, he's just like, this is why I get so mad when he plays second base, man. And not that Duran's a terrible center fielder, but look at this. He had no business catching that baseball. Not a single ounce of business catching that baseball. They're not trading Cedon. All right, Robbie. Hey, man, I appreciate you being here, keeping in charge of the Heathens. He's just so, yes, he has platinum glove potential. I mean, the dude's just insane. He's so good. Preach. He needs to stay in center field. What team do I think Tito will represent? Usually they go with the team they won a World Series on, so I'm hoping the Red Sox. But he spent more time with the Guardians, so I don't know. Atta baby, Wilson. All right, keep the lead here. Stop. Dude, look how far he slid, by the way. He got that ball and slid another like 6 feet. Okay, here's the latest we got on the deadline. For those of you who are sitting there being like, Corbin is the deadline special. You're right. I wish I had more information. I don't have much information right now, but what I do have is this. Tyler Milliken. According to an official Sean McAdams spoke with from another team, the Red Sox have been described as in stealth mode with less than 48 hours to the deadline. We haven't heard much of anything with them, executive from another club. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that. Duran make that play? No. Could be really good or really bad. I think that's the best way to put it. That's the best way to put it, right? Because they have worked in stealth mode before, where they don't let anything by. I've heard personally, from some people that like they don't want anyone, like they've told their team, you are not allowed to talk to anyone in the media. Very quiet MLB. Yes and no. It's not going to be like Juan Soto being traded at the deadline or anything. Even though Juan Soto didn't get traded at the deadline, did he? No, he didn't. Maybe he did. I can't remember. No, I think that was offseason. Anyways, there are going to be impactful pieces moved for sure. There are going to be impactful pieces moved for sure. It may not be, Hall of Fame talent getting moved, but yeah, I think there'll be some. Hey, Brian is jinxing us, Chad. If we lose, it's Brian's fault. Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Cameron. Is the last time we heard the Red Sox are being very quiet about who they're going after, they trade for Crochet the next day. So I'm not saying a Crochet type deal's coming. I'm just saying, like, don't take that solely as, oh my God, they're doing nothing. You know? Jim Bones said Thursday is when moves will start flying, where the action will happen. Yeah, I mean, last year the big moves came on Thursday, I think, too. Yeah, Nick, but like people talk, dude. Like you get so many rumors all the time. I don't think it was true trolling, Christian. I think they were just messing around in general. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, there's so much time. We don't know who they've talked to and who they haven't, Matthew, honestly. Is lasagna spelled Lasagna? Yeah, that's another part of it, BC. I also think, teams that are willing to sell. Talk to Atlanta for Strider. That'd be sick. Yes, it is. Okay. So, assassin, you just don't know how to spell. Are open to bringing back Vasquez. Let's see what Gordo said about it, shall we? Why am I hosting Garfield later? Yeah, I just need to make sure. Finding a backup catcher isn't a priority for the Red Sox, but they would like to upgrade the spot and would welcome back Christian Vasquez, according to Sean McAdam. They need another young stud pitcher, and they have the prospects to get whoever they want. Yeah, they kind of do, actually. It just depends on how much they're willing to give up. You know? He isn't any better than Wong. I think he's better than him defensively. Let me see. Any team in the race could win it. The thing is, low key though, like again, the Red Sox are in a really good spot because they do have a better overall farm system than a lot of other competitive teams. Oh no, it looks like there's a rally cat coming. Misty. Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. They had a rally cat. Hey, rally cat. You thought lasagna had an I in it? Assassin, dude. Assassin, brother. I need to have a conversation. All right, rally cat. Here you go. No, it has a Y anything. All these Whitlock rumors? What Whitlock rumors? The answer is no, I don't know anything. The answer is always no, I don't know anything. Please don't, Easton. I would feel way, way, way too bad. Chris Bubik? Bubich? Is it Bubik or Bubich? What up, Joey? Yeah, Bubich. Bubich did something that was oblique, isn't it? Nope, never mind. It's a rotator cuff strain. He's out for the season. Whitlock getting moved? Why would Whitlock get moved? No, Whitlock I don't think is getting moved. I've not seen a single rumor about Whitlock getting moved. Yeah, you're not wrong, Mark, but you still have the ability to get it done. And I don't know that you need top I don't need to know that you need top 10 prospects. You just need relatively close to major league ready prospects. You could do that in the Red Sox system for sure. That's because we don't know their farm system as well, E. Four New England sports teams are terrible right now. Weren't the Celtics like a series away from the finals? Aren't they still going to be kind of solid this year? Isn't there a lot of hope for the Celtics or for the Patriots? Royals need offense desperately. They'll get it. I mean, between Vinny Pasquantino, Bobby Witt, Jack Caglione, and then there's another guy coming up too. I think they'll figure it out. Patriots preseason. I don't love watching Patriots. That a baby. Nice swing and a miss there, Whitlock. Let's get one more here. Shall we chat? Cora must know who's on the block. Yeah, of course. Other notes from Son McAdams. Chances of landing a controllable starter are negligible. Little contact between the Red Sox and Marlins as of late. Front office would like to obtain a second catcher to help Narvaez. Sox have not engaged with Ryan Helsley, David Bednar, or Johan Duran. That's interesting. The Yankees have like no farm system, dude. Whitlock 2 strikeouts in a row, though. You're more worried about Texas than New York? Yeah, the Texas Rangers kind of scare me. Mackenzie Gore be a good sneaky trade, dude. They get Mackenzie Gore. I'm the happiest little clam in the ocean. Man, I tweeted out the Tyler Milliken article where he said the Red Sox are in stealth mode. I just tweeted and quote to you and said lasagna, and not a single person got the reference. They need to extend him right away. Isn't Gore under contract for a while? No. Did you make sure to spell with an I? Yeah, 2028. Yeah. They got Ryan McMahon and what's his face. They're both not good players. I don't know why we're saying like they're pulling wool over people's eyes. They got like two replacement level players. Ahmed Rosario, yeah, thank you. Like that to me is like Gore's injured. What? Most scouts rank Spencer well ahead of Password. I don't know about well ahead, dude. He's got more power for sure, but he's a strikeout machine. Well ahead. Ahead, yes. Well ahead, I don't know about well ahead. No. He had been hit with a line drive, and the Titans developed as a result. While the injury isn't considered serious, he's expected to be able to make his next start. Wait, that was back in May. What are you talking about? He's not injured at all. His last start was 4 days ago. He's scheduled to start tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Whoever told me top of the ninth. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate you. Yeah, Peyton Tolley's officially number one. I think they graduated Roman and Marcelo, which makes sense. Although Marcelo isn't officially graduated, which is kind of crazy. No shoeies. I'm not doing shoeies. I'm so sick, guys. I will shotgun an Olipop. No, Rusty's not now. Tolley's getting traded. I don't think so. News from Scordo. Then give him 2 elite prospects, dude. You need legit starting pitching. Is that a fair ball? That looked like a fair ball. No, it's foul for sure, but that would look like a fair ball. What does the free agent market look like in the offseason? It's honestly not incredibly fantastic. There are definitely some good pieces for sure. Kyle Tucker, probably Pete Alonso. Milliken again. Ooh, look at that. Safe. All right, all right, all right. Doesn't matter because after 26, there'll be a logout. Yeah, true. Oh, he's out. Are they challenging that? That sucks. Polar Bear P would do wonders. I'm more interested in Pete this year than I was last year for sure. But I don't know. It depends. Yeah, he's out. He's out for sure. This will get changed pretty quickly, I would imagine. Guess you missed the call. Well, get back in there, Joe. What are you doing, dude? God. What are you doing? Casas done. The problem is you don't know when Casas is going to be back, right? He could be back spring training. He could be back All-Star break. He could miss an entire other year. So you can't go into it. You can't go into it expecting him to be back for opening day. Most teams with pitching would want them. They could. I mean, Franklin Arias is a top 50 prospect. Or I would, to be totally honest with you, if you're going and getting a Joe Ryan or even a Mackenzie Gore, I'd think about it, dude. Like Peyton Tolley, I wouldn't. Peyton Tolley, in my opinion, is last case scenario, but he's not totally untouchable for me. You know. Like, again, I kind of talked about it a little bit. Did they just eat that? What just happened there? What are some of the top free agents? Off the top of my head, it's like Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly. Those are both free agents. Let me just look it up here. Dylan Cease, probably in the top free agent core. I mean, Kershaw. I'm just kidding, Chad. Don't yell at me. Ranger Suarez. He's been dominant this year. Framber Valdez. It's actually a pretty good class next year, dude. Shane Bieber's got a player option. He's not taking that if he doesn't get traded. Freddie Peralta's got a club option that'll probably get picked up. Dylan Cease, Zach Gallen, Nick Martinez, Michael King, Merrill Kelly. And then it kind of falls off pretty quickly. Oh, get stupid. Oh. My thoughts on Harper Manfred. We are not playing baseball in 27. It's all over. What do I think about trading for Bieber? I don't hate trading for Shane Bieber. I get worried about anything that's not a surefire thing in the deadline. Like, you're going to overpay for whatever it is that you're acquiring. Bieber hasn't pitched at all in 25. He pitched 2 games in 24. I don't know. You haven't seen Wally? Wally's all over Fenway. You're gonna roll this Chapman. He's pitching. That's great. Zach Gallen got to be the best bang for your buck right now. What's up, Sports Network? Best bang for your buck? I don't know. It's tough, right? Because Gallen's been having a really tough year. He got pieced up again last night. Like, I think he got absolutely crushed last night. No, not absolutely crushed. It was 6 innings, 4 earned runs, 85 pitches. Man, they really think about trading this guy, huh? He's a 5.60 ERA, you know? Will I be tuning in tonight to Robbie's show? Probably not. I gotta get off. I gotta get up really early tomorrow. Better than a Bueller start? Isn't it about a Bueller start? Like, isn't that kind of what you'd expect from a Bueller start? At least he's not walking guys, you know? He still got it in him. Like, against the Giants 5 days ago, 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 10 Ks. Game after that, it was 6 innings, 5 hits, no earned runs, 9 strikeouts, right? And then he has games where it's like the Angels pieced him up, 5 innings, 6 earned, 3 strikeouts. And then he went 6 against Houston with 6 runs, 6 Ks, and a walk. I don't know. Hicks is not available. I sure hope he isn't. Ooh, Story, getting a gap. At a baby. Can we score a run and avoid using Chapman? Bregman. All right. We like that. Hustle from Bregman. Let's go. I will, Mike. I'll definitely look into it, because now you said that, it's going to be something I'm going to be paying attention to. That was a nice piece from Story there. This is a nice, clean game. Last game was stressful. This is a nice, clean game, hopefully. Got to use Chapman. Who else about? You're up by 4 runs. You don't have to use Chapman. Cutter did not get traded, I promise you, Bruin. Morton. Heyman. Looking at Heyman. At a baby. Willie Abreu. Dude, Willie Abreu's gotten a little bit better here. Where did Out go? The IL and then disappeared. Yeah, it's just a potential Red Sox target. See, now you go to Alcala. Because now you're up by what? No, you go to Criswell. That's true. That's true. Great time for Willie to get hot again before the Astros series. That would be prime. I guess it doesn't matter who you go to. As long as it's not Chapman, give that guy another day off. Do I think Harper gets suspended? No, he absolutely should not get suspended for that. That'd be crazy. There'd be a meltdown if he got suspended for that. And honestly, rightfully, that'd be a meltdown. Yeah, it's all call-up. Good, right? Give Chapman another day. Who do you got going tomorrow? You got Bayo going tomorrow? Let me see. I think it's Bayo, right? I'm really liking having this laptop in front of me, chat. I don't know if you guys like it. Because now I can actually just look things up when I say them out loud as opposed to just debating you guys. But I like being able to look it up. It is Bayo tomorrow. Update the score. I apologize, Mike. Jeez. Am I part of the Bayo boys? Brother, you know I've always believed in Brian Bayo. Come on now. Come on now. Got to get another monitor. I genuinely don't have room for another monitor. I genuinely don't. You guys get me to quit my daytime job, and I'll get as many monitors as you want. If the Sox do get Morton, how happy would I be? It depends on if that's their only move or not, I think, Nick. If they get Morton, a big bat and Morton, a big bat and a reliever, I think I'm okay. I'm not pumped, but I'm okay. $10 super chat from Pick. Thank you so much, Pick. That's an incredibly generous donation from you. We appreciate you. He says, quit your day job. Going to take a couple more of those, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Please don't start donating to me to actually do that. That was mostly a joke, guys. He probably would have already laid down the law, A suspension would have already happened. Kind of like the new plane celebration. Please do not spam him with money. Bayo Pedro 2.0? No. Bayo's Bayo. Bayo is Bayo, and that's what we like about him. $5 super chat from Alexander. He says, Craig Breslow stealth mode. Sad face, RIP. First and foremost, thank you for $5 super chat. Secondly, if you don't know the infamous words of Lil Wayne here, let me learn you some history here. Real G's, Alex. They move in silence like lasagna. We don't know, right? The moral of the story there is we don't know. Quit your day job. Jess, we have a wedding. Jessica, we have a wedding to attend to. 18 months there. Jess, can you see if there are non-alcoholic beers in there? Is that why you posted lasagna? Yes. How did no one get that? How are we one away from... Jess, you've been a member for 18 months? That's crazy. Why? Because I told Chad every time they win while we're on stream, I would shotgun a beer, but I'm so sick. Quit. I promise you, my fiance would not be incredibly happy if I quit my day job. At least not before we get married. Lasagna. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. People say I'm borderline crazy, sort of, kinda. You would be. That's a lie. She would support me. That wasn't to mean she wouldn't support me, but I wouldn't be happy because we have a wedding to save up for. I just got a live stream every day. I thought about doing that. Like, instead of doing videos every day, do videos like twice a week and then live stream every day at noon. But I think it'd get old pretty quickly if we're being honest. Like, I think the fun would wear off, right? All right. Oh, never mind. I was like, all right, we got it. Nope. True, but she's got a day job, so I don't know if we'd be spending more time together. They are not cheap. That is a great point, everybody. Fantastic point, ladies and gentlemen. They are not cheap. When's the Red Sea meetup at Applebee's? Dude, I would mess with a Red Sea meetup at Applebee's. Y'all want to hit the Chili's in Westwood? Is it Westwood, Jess? It's even worse. Yeah, it is brutal in New England. But it's beautiful in the fall. Walpole. Chili's in Walpole. We're all going. Load up the bands, ladies and gentlemen. We're all meeting at Chili's. Triple dippers on me. How far am I from the Cape? What part of the Cape? Probably, most likely like an hour from wherever you're going to say, I think. Depending on traffic, obviously. Trevor, that really sucks. That really sucks, Trevor. This dude, Brooks Lee, is a dog. Can we trade for this guy? This guy's an absolute animal. And while I'm talking about this, Natalia comes in with a $10 super chat. He says, or excuse me, they say, she says, someone says, I'm sorry, I'm sick. It's been a long day. For the Red Sox, for the Red Sea meetup at Applebee's. Thank you so much, Natalia. We'll do a Red Sea meetup. Oh, we should do a Red Sea. We'll do a Red Sea meetup at some point here. Jess has been pushing me to do a Red Sea meetup, and I'll be honest, I'm too nervous about it. Better not blow this save. True, he better not. He just needs 2 outs here. There's, all right, one more. One more here. Make it happen. Can we do a meetup in September? Jess, how busy are we in September? Southern California. That might be a little bit hard to make it here, Jorge. What nerves do I need to worry about? My biggest fear is, I see this all the time, is creators will like rent out a space and nobody shows up. And I just feel bad for wasting the space. I feel bad for setting it all up. As someone who sees Brooke Lee up close, I'd love him on the Sox. Dude, he's an absolute dog. Give me this guy tomorrow. Oh, come on, alcoholic, please. Would have been sick to not have to use your starter in that one, huh, chat? That would have been dope to not have to use your closer. This is why we can't have nice things. The Alcala thing was fun. The Alcala thing was fun for a minute. They need to figure something out. You know what I mean? Probably a good idea, Michael. Pick. Why would you say that? All they need is one out. Alcala, I think, will figure it out at some point, but he was great last year. He just hasn't figured it out this year, so. Honestly, yeah. If Brooks Lee wasn't on this Twins team, the series would be over. It's okay, everybody. It's okay. They need one out. Everyone. Right? Let me see you all. It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. Yeah, it's mostly just the yips. It's all right, Cormac. It's all right. Don't fall off on me. Stay with me. If they lose this game, I'll shake my hand. Someone screenshot that. Someone screenshot it. Maybe wishful thinking. I like Hicks and Alcala. Just give them time. Yeah. All right, there's strike two. One more. What the heck happened to my... It's all over. And you guys were worried. Hey, and you guys were worried. All they needed, listen, we are officially back at 500 on the season, chat. We're officially back at 500 on the year. Oops. We're officially back. We're officially back. Your dog's name is Fenway? My dog's name was Fenway too. What a great comeback win, I think, man. That was great. That was great. Thoughts on Story when he's hitting? We're playing well. A bet is a bet. Chat, I cannot shotgun every single time the Red Sox win. I'm so sick. Please don't make me do it. All right, let me put the poll in the chat. First, actually, let me see. Let me see if I have a non-alcoholic one, because I will do that. I'm trying to see if there's anything big happening. Nothing big happened, but let's go. Do a shot of hot sauce, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? What was going on? A bad night for the bullpen once again. Chris, they won. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Have I booked AC/DC to play? Way behind, it's over. Mark, we are talking about it being over for a minute, man. We've been talking about it being over for a minute. Hot sauce to the eyes if they win the World Series? No, dude. Wendell, there's no one in the future to trade, dude. We want to win now. Stop it. All right. I mean, every win, in my opinion, right now is another example why the Red Sox need to add. Keep adding on to this team. This team can be good. This team can be good, man. We know it can be good. They just need to keep putzing along like this and keep doing it. Who gets the decision? Giolito for sure gets the decision, I think. They led the whole game, didn't they? The Yankees won, so they're keeping pace with the Yankees. We'll see kind of how the Mariners schedule out here. I don't know if the Rangers are playing today. How come when the Red Sox win, the Yankees do, and when we lose, the Yankees do? We'll see, right? We'll see. All right, so the Red Sox officially have. Let me do the math. 44 hours, basically 43 hours here. To Hold on, chat. Hold on, let me look this up. Start a poll. This cannot be after every live stream, chat. We cannot do this after every live stream. Let me just see what we got. Okay. One shotgun. This cannot be chat. This cannot become a thing. This cannot become a thing every single time the Red Sox win. Do you understand me? It can't become a thing. I cannot be known as the channel that shotguns every time they win. Can't do it. Can't do it, okay? All right, just a reminder. I am over 21 years of age. I do not condone this. If you're under 21, drink responsibly. YouTube, I hope you heard that. There we go. All right, chat. Yeah, we can't do that every single time. We cannot do that every single time. Tyler with $1.90 super chat. Good luck, though, Corbin and the headband. Yeah, man. The headband, we will be... It's a URI grad right there. Shh. Okay. So we will be on tomorrow. Probably talking about some moves the Red Sox made recently. In terms of Cooper Criswell, and they signed a catcher yesterday as well. Hopefully we hear something about the deadline, man. Again, they have 43 hours to get something going. So the hope is that they can, you know? The hope is that they can. I don't know what to expect. I have no idea what to expect. Hopefully they get... My biggest hope here is that they get a pitcher. But I appreciate all you guys for being here tonight. For everyone who donated or for everyone who re-upped or became a member, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I'm going to burp so loudly there. I appreciate you all being here. No more shotguns. And I will see you in the red seats.